Okay, you know how I said if x plus 4 equals 0, then what does x equal? And you said x equal negative 4. So when they say, you have a 0 of negative 4, they're saying, see that 0? They're saying that if it was in this form, it would equal 0. So if it says it has a 0 of negative 4, then you write, it's like you're going backwards. You write this, x plus 4. So your problem said you have zeros of 1, negative 1, and 0. So you're like going backwards for the 0 of 1. That means, okay, 0 of 1 means you got to write x minus 1, because if it equaled 0 and you solved it, you would get x equal 1. And it said you had a 0 of 1. Your 0 of 1 means you got to write x minus 1. So you write, that's how I got x minus 1. Now how did I get x plus 1? Well, see that negative 1 up there? If it says the 0 of negative 1, well, if you have a 0 of negative 1, then you've got to write x plus 1, because when you solve it, you'll get x equal negative 1. And they said the 0 of negative 1, so you write the opposite, x plus 1. So that's how I got x plus 1. Then it said you have a 0 of, 0 of 0. So that means you do the same process. Now, but x minus 0 is just x. So I can really just put x for that, x plus 1 for that, and x minus 1 for that. Now, you times them all. I'm going to FOIL these. X times x is x squared. Outside, guys, x times 1 is plus x. Inside, guys, 1 times x is negative x. And then negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. That's in parentheses, and you still got this x. Then you have to distribute this x. X times this is x cubed. X times this is x squared. Oh crap, I should have put these two together. Start over. Okay, so for here you got plus x and minus x. Well, they cancel each other out, so they're gone. So it's really just x squared minus 1. X squared minus 1 in parentheses multiplied by x. Crap. Hope you can see that. Okay, so now you distribute the x over that. X times x squared. Let me do it on the board here. Hold on. That light is like glaring. I'll stand up here. Okay, so we've got x squared minus 1 times x. So now you take that times that, gives you x cubed, minus that times that gives you x. Okay. Then it said, we'll go back to this paper, it said p of 2 equal negative 3. That means if you put a negative 3, I mean a 2, my bad. If you put a 2 in place of every x, you will equal out to negative 3. So we're going to put a 2 in there, and a 2 in there. So this would be 2 cubed minus 2. 2 cubed is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay, so that equals 6. Now, it says it's going to equal negative 3, but it doesn't. So you have to put a fraction in here, or some number, so that you come out with negative 3 to make it true. Well, if you put 1/2 here, what's half of 6? 3. That'll give you the 3, but it was a negative, so you make it a negative 1/2. So that tells you that on this original one up here, it needed to have a negative 1/2 in front of it. So you put this in parentheses and put negative 1/2 in front of it. And then this would be your f of, or p, they use p of x. So the answer should be, it's messy, but p of x equal negative 1/2 times the quantity x cubed minus x.